So this is the second meeting between these two teams in their last 3 games. Not long ago in the Elite Division, the Quicks defeated the Desperados 2-0. I mean, they've got a perfect record so far, haven't they, the Quicks? So it was a fairly crushing win as well. The Desperados suffered 5 casualties in that particular match, including the death of noble blitzer Ikelegaspi. Which was unfortunate for me, really, because he was one of the easier names to pronounce. The Desperados, as it says, they struggle to find an answer to El Rasco's heavy fouling game, as the skink caused 2 casualties from what was actually quite a few fouls over the course of that game. Ibai Guruzeta, the guard Mighty Blow bodyguard, faces a late fitness test for this game, but it is believed that head coach Daggett Backstabber will use Recuperate on the bodyguard. The Dirty Player Skink, Vox Alcorcer, suffered a casualty against the Royals in the last game for the Lizards, but the reports that we've seen suggest that Klaus von Meckenbaum will not turn to Recuperate to ensure the Skink is available for this match, so the Dirty Player Skink will be missing for this game. And as it says there, the Quicks have a perfect record. 4 wins out of 4 in all competitions so far this season. Now, I have promised a little bit of additional information. Just based on we've reached the stage where some game plans are starting to be completed now, and therefore perfected, which is the point where the punditocracy, as we might call them, begins to work out what teams are trying to do. So let's have a little bit of team analysis on the Quetza Quicks. The Quicks have not yet fully bought into von Meckenbaum's approach, but it's working whatever they're doing, because they found all the results they need so far this season. Von Meckenbaum looks to prefer a high-pressure style, with his team keeping base contact with opponents as often as they can. Where you see text in bold here, that is a hint towards what one of the game plans that has been perfected is for this team. So that's giving you the information that the Quicks have been looking to keep base contact with opponents as often as they can this season. So far, this appears to be working a treat when combined with the heavy fouling approach the Quicks have utilised, which we can see from the stats. With opposition players forced to take low percentage blocks or risky dodge attempts, the Quicks are maximising the number of prone opponents on the field, which has allowed El Rasco, the sneaky git, and Voxel Corsa, the dirty player, to stick the boot in. Hasn't it just, Viking Cup? Oh. Either he's not quite here yet, or his microphone's not working. That's a shame. I thought I'd timed that beautifully.
Yeah, you timed it perfectly well, but I was out in the kitchen grabbing a bag of Cheetos. My bad. And yeah, bloody El Rasco and his friends. Hateful guys. I don't like them. I don't like facing them. I like the show they put on the pitch. But yeah, these guys are delivering. The best foulers. Probably El Rasco, I think, is the best fouler in the league so far.
It's certainly the most... we've got the highest volume of fouls. He's not shy of sticking the boot in. So there's a bit of background on the Quicks. Let's take a look at the Desperados under head coach Daggett Backstabber. Now, the Desperados under Backstabber have favoured an attrition approach, clearly aiming to prove they are tougher than the opposition and more up for a fight. Backstabber has encouraged his linemen only to make fouls with a high number of assists from teammates. A strategy that the team have achieved with some level of success. The Desperados rank 4th in the ZFL for fouls committed and lie 9th for casualties inflicted, although 5 of those came in the opening game against Vinscore Defiant. So it's drying up a little bit since then. Backstabber also stresses the importance of remaining on the field to his players. So the Goblin coach, is a clear believer that success is built with numbers on the pitch. The Desperados lie 10th in the ZFL for casualties sustained out of 24, of course, and have also sustained one crowd surf player. So they're not doing terribly in that regard, but Viking Cup, it could certainly be better as well.
It could be better. They could resist more. Actually, remaining on the field is part of the base plan, because remaining on the field allows the Desperados to foul with more assists. It's all part of the master plan. And they are trying to deliver, sometimes with more success than others.
Well, I think that sets us up quite nicely then for this opening game. There you go. We've had some background. It's Howitzer Cup. There's a place in the quarter-final up for grabs here. Who will make it? Will we see the Quetza Quicks? Neither of these teams have made it further than this round in their ZFL history. And we should also say hello to Viking Cup, because I know you weren't very well last week. So how are you doing, first and foremost?
I'm recovered. I had to stay at home for the entire weekend, not because of health issues, but because of incredible aggressive weather in here.
Oh, yes.
I mean, it was so windy that some trees were even falling. I really doubt that any plane could take off or land during the Sunday and Saturday.
Yeah, we had a storm here as well over the weekend, which was, pretty blustery. But I think it was like 80, 90 mile an hour winds in places, which is just not cricket.
Yeah, not cricket indeed. So nice choice of colors I was mentioning, because I streamed the game myself. A nice contrast between the red and white and the blue of the Quicks. So this is very classic.
So the Desperado was actually the higher team value here, giving up a little bit of inducement cash to their lizard opponents, who of course top the elite division. And it will be the Quicks to receive on the opening drive here.
So
For a moment,
the Quicks.
For a moment, I thought this guy had an extra arm.
Yeah, actually, no, it's the ribbon of the... I don't know how to call this.
Yeah.
The big...
Just for a moment.
Well, we would like to have, this kind of add-ons for mutations as we had in Black Hole 2, but in Black Hole 3 is not happening, at least for now. So the Desperados facing the Quicks for the second time this season, actually.
Indeed, yeah, and a thrower on the line in Javi de la Fuente.
Thrower on the line, thrower is a perfect defense piece. He knows his business, and he also has more AV than his mates, who are immediately going down.
Opening 1 and 9 was fine because we had block, and Iñaki Bereziarte did not. And there's a push skull from Ne Sanjuk. I believe there is a new Saurus making a debut. I've not quite identified.
There should be a new Saurus, because I expected to be facing only 5, and there was a full complement of 6, and I was very sad.
Honcho here. So I believe we've been out spending some money on Saurus.
My God, the guy with block and juggernaut already.
Yeah, that'll have been an expensive pickup. Of course, for those who don't know, the scouting system in the ZFL means that when we sign a new player, it's not a rookie. We just bring in a block juggernaut guy, but it costs us an arm, a leg, and then some. It's very expensive. The Quicks looking to maintain that good start of the season that they've had. As you see, the first armor break of the game and a KO on Santi Garamendi. Hit from Dauntless Skink as well. Tarso Obvio. And I imagine El Rasco is going to be put to work straight away. And it's a stop. How disappointing.
It's been a very aggressive start, but the Quicks very much in their style, but we know that the Desperados are not shy of doing the same. So they are definitely going to try something.
We must have missed, by the way, a wrestle 1 in 9 from the Saurus that's on the floor here.
Yeah, it's not a good place to be for him on the floor.
Oh, well, Volvo actually we know is scared of rats. Give him a few moments here. He might be scared of the boot of Imperial Nobles as well, because Aziel Larauri, the dirty player, is on his way over, and it's a KO. Oexi's gone. Good start for the Desperados here.
They bring back the numbers, 10 versus 10, and it's going to be the dance between Larauri and El Rasco in terms of who can remove more players off the pitch before he gets sent off.
I sense this is going to be a heavy fouling game. We've got a glowing skink here. Tarso Obvio, I believe, has got that metal arm. That's where the glowing is coming from on this lad. Take a look. There it is. Very, very nice.
That's the plus of having Dauntless skill.
Here comes a foul from El Rasco, and it's our first casualty of the game. And that's a bodyguard. Kepa Martinez is gone. Badly hurt. No apothecary used. There are plenty on the bench, actually, for the Desperados. So there's going to be a blitz now on Gio Catalo. No knockdown there. Dodge away from Andoni Elizalde. Means he can go and help out with this block against Valatrix, who will presumably be the next foul target here. I think the Desperados are not hugely bothered about stopping the ball going forward right now.
I think they reckon the problem of having to face too many houses on the pitch, and they are going to try and fix it. Also, good assist with 4 fouls.
It's another KO, and the referee is having nothing to do with any of this so far. So forward goes Chatukul with the ball, under no pressure from the Nobles. But the Desperados have got 2 KOs on 2 Saurus so far, so they'll be fairly satisfied with how that's going so far. Problem is, they've lost 2 players of their own. And El Rasco is about to be put to work on Javi De La Fuente. Will Darget Backstabber care if he dies? He has Fumble Ruski, if you're not sure.
And he has AV8, which turns out to be quite important for Desperados' plans.
Oh, it's a smashed knee!
It's another permanent injury for Javi De La Fuente. That one he can live with.
Oh, and argue the call works out on the 6+. El Rasco cannot be tamed.
Immediate hit with mighty blow on the skink. But the skink is fine.
Who's next on the agenda for the Bilbali Desperados? Looks like it's going to be the Guardsaurus Kupal Azteca. And that is a knockdown from Andoni Elizalde. Armor break and a stun. Will that deter us from the foul, or will we go straight in on this one? Let's find out. Larauri is last to move, which normally implies a foul's on the way, and I think we are going to go in on this. Here comes Aziel Larauri for the foul, and the injury again. That's an armor bust on Kupal Azteca, who does take his fair share of injuries, but the referee will send off this time.
Oh, come on, referee. You did not send off El Rasco. What are you saying out here? That's so unfair.
Double 3,
El Rasco
double
has
5.
injured 2 players already, actually. It's turn 4, and we have 6 players less on the pitch, which is very impressive.
So the Quicks now realizing they probably need to go and protect the ball here. And all, just foul this guy. Here comes that foul from El Rasco before we move the ball. And that's going to be a stun on Yulen Guruzeta. He's the tackle one. And then a failed dodge from Catalo. I wonder if the Croxagore might be next on Backstabber's list here. In fact, we've got a free attempt at this. Taking the 1 dice. And it might be instead that we're going to go for the new signing, Honcho. Are we? No. We are going for the skink. We want El Rasco off the field, and we get El Rasco off the field.
El Rasco, get out of the way. Priority target for the Desperados, who have lost already 3 players to this one. And now they are gone. And now the Desperados are up in numbers, surprisingly.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a very, very bloody game so far. It's 4 gone each. So we're now down to Blood Bowl 7s. That push Skull won't get it done on Unai Alonso.
Unai Alonso is holding the line. He's doing his job.
Honcho, the newbie.
On. Igor going down.
Oh, it's another one! Deary me. There's going to be the Apo on the blitzer. Igor Urutikoiche, whatever he's called. Urutikoiche? Urutikoiche. There we go. Anyway, he's injured. He's been Apo'd. He's all right. And again,
Unai
Alonso.
The one and only.
Struggling to knock down Athletics here. As Ibai Gurutzeta, with his movement bust, is going to struggle. Get over there, and there's an attempt on the ball here from Julen Gurutzeta.
But Julen Gurutzeta bounce a reroll, trying to dodge away and failing. It was a nice play with wrestle and tackle on the ball. And finally, Body Latix rolls away, and when in 6, he bounce head for the first time in the game.
That's been overdue, to say the least. As we go pow fishing. The Quicks more than happy to just hold the ball on the sideline here. That's a 1 in 9 that we're going to take against Inaki Benetuiata. And it's a KO. As the Desperados lose another one. There's a blitz to get tackle on the ball. From Julen Gurutzeta. I mean, this is basically all the Desperados have got left. Tackle on the ball, fail a dodge.
Oh, fail 1 in 9 there. Very unfortunate. To put some pressure on the ball.
There's not many players left on the field, is there? And Unai Alonso is going to go down, and he's stunned. That'll be a wrestle as well from Ibai Gurutzeta. I think we're going to blitz with the ball carrier here, perhaps. Mikel Martin goes down, the pseudo catcher. There's the blitz onto the bodyguard. Chatukul gets the job done. Will we see?
Literally no players from the Desperados standing at this point.
Yeah, there's the score though. The Quicks have the lead. Well, they did decide to stall out to turn 7. The 2-turn might be on for the Desperados. It's going to be some big KO rolls coming now for the Quetza Quicks. Multiple Saurus on the sidelines. One of them we know isn't coming back. One of them is. Both KOs coming back for the Desperados as well. So it's Velatrix who stays out. Volvo XE is back on the field. And I believe the Quicks will be somewhat outnumbered. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the Desperados, I think, should have the full complement of 11. They might have 10.
They have 11.
You have
it's
11
versus 9. It's a chance for the 2-turn. Both blitzers in the line. But the lizards, believe it or not, they have kick. They have everything. They have block, they have dirty player, they have sneaky kid, they have dauntless, they have great players.
Well, Calder Berenga's on the field. Mikel Martin gets the knockdown on Crespa Talipo, and we're going to see a blitz on the kicker now, looking to get rid of him for the second half. Double skull from Igor Urutikoiechia. I think I'm getting worse so at this.
Tackle on both skinks. And then Igor is kind of being tasked with potential scoring duties. Lots of basing by everybody, and there's going to be a passing play. Failed pickup.
Oh, that's going no to sure hands. That's the last reroll gone. We're going to try the pass, and the catch is good to Anthony Elizalde. And forward go the Bilbali Desperados. And the rest of the team is just base up everything we possibly can to try and deny any sack attempt on the ball here. Knockdown from Volvo XE onto Berezuata. And Catalo makes the dodge from tackle. And the Dauntless coming in from Tarso Obvio. He's going to go pow fishing here. He doesn't find it. Has a reroll in pocket. After 1 in 9. Down goes the Skink. And the Desperados have the chance to level the game here.
The Skink goes down, that he's fine. Which is kind of unfortunate.
The blitz might be a little awkward here, though. Finds the pow on the blodger. That's not going to quite do enough to free up either of these bodyguards. Problem is, if you don't find a knockdown on Catalo here, we need a single rush to get to the end zone at the moment, I believe. No, we don't actually. But if we take the blitz, we will, unless we follow it up. And there's no reroll in play for the Desperados. Lots of blocks being taken here. Still not finding anything like what they might want from this, but maybe we're saving the knockdown for the key blitz here. No, it's a push. So we're going to have to stay where we are and dodge through this and add a rush to the end of the sequence. Anthony Elizalde to equalise. No! Down he goes! And the Quicks will lead 1-0 at halftime.
No, it's sad times for the Desperados, who tried everything and failed the final rush. And this is the second time they did do this season, actually. And it's sad moments when you have the chance to equalize after putting a good fight in the first half. But there is still a whole second half for this, as well as potential overtime.
And the other Saurus has come back as well. So it's now going to be 10 versus 10. No, 10 versus 11 as we line up on the field. In the Desperados' favour. There's the kick from the kicker. Goes short. Changing weather again. Sends the ball into the centre field. And you imagine, of course, the dirty player has been sent off now, but the Desperados will probably want to find some attrition early doors. There's a pow from Elizalde, who failed to score at the end of the half there and fails to break armour on Gio Catalo as well.
Desperados now finding the knockdowns, but not finding really the breaks, and preparing some sort of a screen to protect the ball just in case Athletics going back.
Yeah, they've not really got fortunate on the one-die blocks here. That's an attempted pickup from Caldo Berenga. We're not going to re-roll that, because this is overtime format. The ball will be on the floor. Question is, can the Quicks get to it? With that knockdown, very possibly. Volvo XE is going to pressure the front part of that cage. It might be that the Skinks are going to push forward and try to get a hold of this, while the Saurus just go around basing absolutely everything. Here goes Chatu Cool. Goes and bases the ball with Blodge. And I suspect that we might even see an attempted pickup from Tarso Obvio. Here he goes. He's not quite got it. He's dropped it, but it's still in 2 tackle zones. That's important. Oh, immediate pow from Caldo Berenga. That is excellent work from the thrower, who gets the stun.
Yeah, Caldo knows how to punch. Shame that he does not know how to pick the ball up.
Stand firm doing work. That stops us getting a tackle hit on the Blodge. Guruzeta has to instead take down Volvo XE. There's a power though from
Mendy finds the knockdown on Gio Catolo. And man, it's really difficult to break armor on these Kings, to get them out of the pitch.
Oh, we take the both down there. Did we not spot the block? I wonder.
That was actually a mistake.
Oh,
as
and
well
that's
as this one.
A 1 in 9 rerolled into a double skull, so it's the leader reroll gone. And the ball still on the floor. Well, we did
5 blocks.
We did see, didn't we, the Desperados come back from 2-0 down in the last round against the Steelers. They're at risk of that happening again. We're going to try and scatter the ball, and that's worse, for sure.
No, it's better. It's better. I can tell you. For sure it's better. So all things considered here, Julian Guruceta is tasked with holding the line, and the line he holds. However, Inaki Bersertua, I cannot say the same. He goes down with his armor broken.
Another POW on Catalo. Arizmendi's having a very good second half here. And gets the injury. It's a non-crucial skink right now. But if they can get the ball recovered here, the Desperados, that will be useful work from the wrestle lineman. With ambitions of being a bodyguard. That's a double skull. Are we going to try to
really
scatter
nervous.
this?
They are really not finding good dice in here.
Another 1 in 9. And there's the POW from Santi Garamendi. Trust in the lineman. Armor break. And the ball scatters twice into the Saurus's hands. No. It's loose again. Honcho nearly had it. But the Desperados will be happier with that. POW.
And more attempts to scatter the ball, and another POW on the blodger. The scatters are being frayed to the Desperados, however. But there is no easy and cheap option for the Quicks to go through. Also, they are low on skinks.
They're low on skinks, but the Saurus are doing an excellent job of just tying the whole nobility team down here.
Yeah, you were mentioning actually the strategy from the Quicks of basing everything, and I would say that it's relatively easy to base everything when you are strength 4 and your rivals are strength 3.
Yeah, it works out quite well.
The skinks, you can see the skinks are not basing that much, I would say.
Knocked down on Mikel Martin. Koroburu goes down. Can the Desperados recover this ball? It's been a wild second half so far.
Well, everybody's standing up because there are a lot of players in the ground. Not that the Sauruses are failing their blocks or rolling pushes. This is a shoot I hit with Dauntless. And this is yet another push.
We're going to have to try and recover this.
The ball is in the hands of Igor.
Yeah, and he has the ball and he's just gone forwards to try and get away from most of the Saurus. We're just going to have to make do with this, and poor old Javi Arizmendi's job is to now make friends with the Croxagull. If these players can hold these Saurus in place, there might be an overload on this side. The downside is the Dauntless Skink is free and potentially able to do something here. Dauntless fails. We're going to re-roll that. We're going to get a push only. Useful knockdown on Mikel Martin. Goes onto the Croxagull. There's a dodge away from Cool. And a double push on Guruceta means he will be going nowhere. So can the Desperados... I mean, it's going to be fairly potato. This sequence forward. That's an armor break on Volvo Exy. There's going to be a blitz from Ibai Guruceta now to try and knock down Bellatrix. Armor break on the Saurus again. That's 2 Saurus stunned this turn. There might be a chance.
2 Saurus down in a single turn. It's very nice for the Desperados to try and make a gap. Especially now that they are running low on players.
We are leaning hard into the Nobility's default skills here. Attempted dodge from Prehensile Tail fails. And it is the tail that makes the difference. In fact, no, that was a 5+ dodge. Because he's not really a blitzer.
He is a blitzer, believe it. He believes himself to be a blitzer, so he is a blitzer for the Desperados. Both Kings retreating, trying to cover the ball because the Desperados have crossed the middle ground line. And the blitzer also from Nelson Juk to also come back and try to support the defense.
Double push on the one player that we can pin against the sideline here, the thrower. Double knockdown on Garamendi. I am enjoying Incesticide in chat criticising teams for stalling, but then saying, would you like some guard on your team?
Oh, it's another break on a skink, but no removal though. These skinks are really difficult to remove. 2 of them are out, but this has costed like more than a dozen blocks from the Desperados.
Gonna put tackle in play.
Taking advantage of Bodied Latics looking at the sky, very confused. Everybody's getting through.
Yeah, there's a big gap in the field, and I think the Desperados are beginning to look good to get the touchdown here. Been hard work for them this drive, but they are very much getting there, and that is a pretty good looking cage in the front part of the field. The Desperados looking like they'll level this game up and perhaps send it to overtime, as Calder Berenga makes an excellent pair of dodges off the sideline. We're going to go with the wrestle. Not going to re-roll this. I think the Quicks probably now just realise that it's best to save that last re-roll, because overtime is likely here. Attempted dodge from tackle fails, and the block skink is down, and guess what? His armour is not broken.
I don't have skinks. It's very, very annoying. Immediate knockdown on Nelson Juk to free the ball up. He also stays based.
We're not going to score. The Desperados are hanging fire on this.
It's turn 15. There is no need to give a 2-turn chance to the Quicks. The Quicks were forced to do this in the previous drive because the ball was completely exposed. But this is a perfect cage. And also there are some retaliation hits that can be taken by the Desperados, like this one on Bodied Latics. Red dice from Unai Alonso, proving himself to be strong.
The Quicks have got 3 players in the casualty box who definitely won't be back for the overtime that looks very, very likely here now. Double skull. We're going to have to eat that. That's Volvo XE. No armor break. The Desperados are going to level this. Will they take any greed blocks? By the looks of things, yes, they will.
Well, they are the Desperados. They will take all the greed blocks they can if they can reduce the numbers.
Ooh, 1 in 9 armor break. Gets it done. That would have been a heart-in-mouth moment. Double push.
Mighty blow hit here from my bag Rucheta, not doing much on Nelson Juk. So the next target is the 1 in 9 machine himself. The 1 in 6.
Double pow. That's the right kind of 1 in 36. Armor break. And a stun. Not going to mean much, but that touchdown will. The first career touchdown for Igor Uruchi Koichea. Probably how you pronounce that.
Yeah, very happy moment. First touchdown for Igor. The Uruchi Koichea family will be very happy in their homes watching Cabal Vision at the moment. And the game is leveled 1-1 in turn 16 for the Desperados, although the Quicks still have 1 turn. Try and make something for it.
Spot from Kaz there that in chat that Thick Skull did save the Croxa goal on that block. Well, that would have been a KO. Very good skill is Thick Skull. We all know this. So it's going to be 3 stand firm on the line as the Desperados do the right thing tactically and ensure that there is no chance of a 1-turn touchdown for the Quetza Quicks.
So they have made it the plan. What they flipped over. They were losing the first half. They tied it out, and now they are praying not to get more players removed first, and then to get the ball.
The Quicks get a team reroll, which will be very, very useful in overtime here. There's an armor break. And
Actually,
a
it will not
KO.
very useful in overtime because the team rerolls last only for the drive you play.
Oh, they don't come back.
No, they don't come back. It's a new difference. I mean, it's not new in Blood Bowl 2020 because we are in 2024, but a lot of people, Kevlar included, apparently forgot about this.
I still call them the new rules. I really do. Juggernaut means we can't stand
Juggernaut?
firm on that.
Yeah.
Will we
We are
foul?
setting up.
In that case, we
Yeah,
might
why
as well have
not?
spent the reroll. But what was
There
that
is a foul
expended
from
on?
the Downs guy. Because he has a golden arm.
Going to use that golden arm for the foul. And it's a KO on Unai Alonso with no send-off from the referee. We go to overtime. And the Desperados, I think it's creditable for them to take the elite division leaders all the way to overtime here. Now, have the KO rolls already happened? I believe yes. So we won't see any animations on that. Who will win the coin toss? Remember, it's not golden score. It will be a full overtime. The Quicks will receive the ball. There's one KO remaining out, which is Unai Alonso. That should put the Desperados at 10. And I believe the Quicks at 9.
So the Desperados are up in numbers right now, but there is the LOS hits first happening, and they have been removed plentifully during the season. Hopefully their armor holds better this time.
Remember?
Also, the Desperados have no Apo remaining. The Quicks still have their Apo.
Oh, very, very short kick. It's going to be a touchback. Cheering fans give stab to Igor Uruchena to double skull straight away. Reroll gone straight away. I wonder if we could have lived with that, with the ball in hand.
We could have lived with that, but we forgot that we didn't have the previous roll at hand.
Well, that puts the Quicks on the back foot, although Borat Latix is going to bite the head of Inaki Berezuata and find a stun.
Berciartua is stunned. The ball is protected. We foresee a blitz there on nobody.
It's taken.
Just holding the line.
Igor coming around the side. There's going to be a blitz, presumably from Mikel Martin.
Igor Uricochea, now also nicknamed the Blade, is coming to support the hit from Mikel, but Mikel does not find the knockdown on Volatrix, who is now facing a not very calm retainer lineman.
I'm going to assume that the Blade in Basque will just be a very difficult to pronounce word.
You can say Ganibeta, but yeah, we have some words. The knife.
Blitz from
Here comes the
Honcho.
blitz. It's good for Honcho to have Juggernaut. He can ignore, stand firm, and the like. It's a very useful skill in a game against the Imperial Nobility.
Remember, a quarter-final place up for grabs for both of these teams. Neither made it last season. That's a KO on Santa Garamendi, which is 9 aside now. If it goes to kicks, it'll be settled by kicks as well in the ZFL. We didn't spot as well that Borat Latik's boneheaded here. That might allow a little bit of a gap to put some pressure on the Skinks in the backfield. Nathan Duke stays on his feet. And through goes Mikel Martin. Desperados do need to cover this sideline because the Quicks are quick. But of course, the score isn't a complete disaster. There's still a chance to level the game up. Because we're not in golden score format. Here comes the Blade himself. Gets the knockdown on Obvio, and that's a KO, which is going to be Apo'd. Power Apo in overtime. Mikel Martin is down and stunned as the Quicks now look to switch to the left-hand side of the field. Means there is a skink in scoring range. 4 Fiesta's gone forward. Good defensive setup from the Quicks, so I imagine won't look to score too quickly here because they won't want to give the Desperados much time to come back and grab that equaliser. They're using their superior strength and superior movement, which hardly seems fair. Sure feet doing work there on the rush, and there's a knockdown from Elizalde. Still not able to find a much-needed removal as we see another one-die push. We've not found a single knockdown on a one-die so far in this game.
Yep. As well as no single skull, which is good.
Yeah, I suppose. Say. Would you trade one for the other? Maybe. Maybe not. Here goes Volvo X. He's going to go for the blade.
Blade goes down.
Oh, I can't say it. And he's out.
Oh, he's out. He messed up with his own knife. Not heavily or not gravely, but yeah, this is another player out. How many injuries in this game? Counting the apple. 5.
Yeah, I mean,
4.
huge.
That's a lot. And 2 of them by fouling in turns 2 and 3. A push only on Iñaki Berciartua. Iñaki's fine.
That is going to mean this is a technically based cage here.
It's a base cage, and I wonder if the Desperados will take their chance.
It might be the only chance they'll get. Will we commit the reroll to this? We will commit the reroll to this. Down goes Volvo Exi. In comes Julen Gurutzeta, who finds a double skull.
Oh my god. Sad moments. The Desperados patient and play found the gap just to Julen, the guy with wrestle and tackle, to roll a dub skull. That was the best shot of the game for the Desperados, and they didn't make it. And the Lizards are going to be able to capitalize because they keep rolling knockdowns left, right, and center.
It is just beginning to look like this might be a very good season for the Quetza Quicks.
Well, the Desperados are not done yet. It's still turn 21. Remember that we have to go on through 24. It's another break in there.
Just moments like that make you feel like perhaps the Lizards' luck is in this season.
And Boris Latix decided to go bonehead, which was a small relief for the Desperados right now.
Yeah, there's
and I wonder what they will do now.
The ball here. Here goes Danny Echebarrieta. And really, this is just an attempt to try and force a turn 22 score to give the Desperados a chance of the 3-turn with no reroll, of course. Dodge from Elizalde means you'll have to go the long way to put this pressure on. But this is about all they can do. Just try and force the score to give themselves a chance. Blitz from Honcho onto Julen Gurutzeta. That means we can't stand firm. Means he will get himself loose and able to go and blitz. Elizalde. It's a double skull! Look at this! Volvo Exi stuns himself.
Ah, Gurutzeta made the trick. Gurutzeta made it happen.
But is there a way? Is there a way?
Well, the ball is open.
There's a
That's
pow.
a knockdown on Tarso Obvia. Who will be fine because AB 7 million.
Double push. And it looks like it's going to be the dodge play from Anthony Elizalde. He'll be pow fishing against the skink. Can he do it? No, he can't. But he will.
Push him against the sideline, though.
Yeah, he will push him against the sideline. We might need to find a way. There's the dodge, and that's great play from Koldo Berenga. His team needed him.
Tying up. The only threat to the pressure on the ball. He goes down, though.
He is immediately powed, and Honcho, the newbie, goes to base Elizalde. That is a 1 in 9. That was with wrestle. And there's the score. Chatuko gives the Quicks the lead. With just 2 turns to play.
Recovering from a catastrophic situation after failing the shootout on the ball with a dark skull, the Desperados were still able to put pressure on the ball, but the Skink, with no rerolls in pocket, managed to dodge twice and bring the Quicks to lead the game. Still 2 turns, but there is a Skink with kick in this team. But that's going to make things a bit difficult.
It's going to be a real Hail Mary for the Desperados from here, but it's to stay in the Howitzer Cup. They're going to have to throw the play. They've got 3 blitzers. They've got 3 players with catch. One of them's admittedly on the sideline.
They have 2 blitzers right now on the pitch.
The kick
and
is
it's a very
deep.
deep kick.
Changing weather. He's going to send it into the crowd. That might be huge. Mikel Martin has the ball.
The bleacher has the ball. Right as she should be.
Can we find the knockdown and the gap? Yes, we can. Patnez, thank you for the Twitch Prime in this dramatic moment of the game. It's going to be run and it's going to be base for the Bilbali Desperados. They've got the slower player in possession of the ball. Mikel Martin is going to have to get this done. He's only movement 6. He's just wearing the armor that makes him look like a blitzer.
That's not fair. He's a true blitzer. He has catch and block. He's just a bit slower.
Everything they possibly can here from the Desperados, who find the armor break and the stun. And that's a failed dodge from Ibai Guruzeta, who stuns himself. Can the Quicks shut this down? Knockdowns. Knockdowns everywhere you look. Base on the ball.
Knockdown after knockdown.
And that could free up Asaurus. It does indeed. Borat Latix with a huge overhand swing. No, it's going to be the Dauntless Skink who's going to go for this. And he finds the POW. Tarso Obvio might have won this game. For the Quetza Quicks. The scatter is into 2 tackle zones. That could be that. The dodge from Elizalde. It's going to be pushes. Can we find the scatter that we need? Oh, it's gone backwards. That's probably not going to do it. Into the end zone goes Elizalde. Surely not. The passing play from Choriburu. This would be a crazy play. He's a Lamino down and injured. Caldo Berenga, I think, was going to try and make the play. The Quetza Quicks are through to the Howitzer Cup quarterfinals. But only just. A valiant effort from the Desperados, but it was not to be. And the Quicks continue their perfect start to this ZFL season under head coach Klaus von Meckenbaum, who is working wonders with this Lizard team.
So this is the 5th win out of 5 games for the Quicks, actually. And a valiant effort from the Desperados, I would say, who were facing a very tough opponent who had erased them from the pitch in round 2 of the regular season, bringing this to turn 24 with chances to tie the game. But it felt like both, for all the times that they had a chance to bring the ball down, they really missed it. They put dice on the ball. They put 2 dice with wrestle tackle, dub skull, 2 dice, no POW. They forced dice from the Quicks. The Quicks found the play, and they go through to the next round. While the Desperados need to start looking back to the regular season to guarantee the permanent, the stay in there. The motion is not too far away.
Yeah, survival is the key, isn't it, for the Desperados? By the way, different subject here, but I do love the combination of skills for the thrower here, Javi De La Fuente. He goes for the pass. He throws the ball, he drops it.
Very tactical, Blood 2020. And now he does it a bit more slowly. Because his leg is broken. But we will fix that. We'll fix that.
His knee
we need
hurts.
him back in the LOS.
Well, it was a bloody game. I mean, good SPP, actually, for the Desperados overall. Getting some casualties in there. But the Quicks go marching on in the ZFL. They're into the Howitzer Cup quarterfinals.